We'll begin shortly, guys. Yeah, there you are. You're really loud. Oh my god. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Just waiting on Will.
Yeah.
Is Eric coming?
I don't know. I messaged him on Steam earlier. He didn't say anything.
Was he online?
No. He was away.
Still here?
Yeah.
We're waiting.
Yeah, we're waiting on Will, I guess. He said he was on his way, or
I messaged him on Xbox because it shows him playing a game.
Discord is really embedded.
What about Discord?
Really embedded app.
Yeah.
How do you reset it?
If you go into your taskbar, you can hit, right trigger and quit out of it, and then restart it.
Close window.
He says his PC was updating as usual before having to do a show. Yeah. All right. I need to edit some stuff anyway. I know everybody's excited to see that. Well, I'll just let people watch, whatever. We don't have any viewers right now, but fuck it.
Figure it out.
So what y'all been up to today?
Work.
All right.
I didn't work.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Not much. Just finishing up, adding in people's stuff.
Sorry, my PC was updating. Like, always likes to update right before I do the podcast, so I was like, what the fuck, man? So I was just killing time on PUBG until like it finished.
How you been, Will?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. How you been?
Well, yeah. I see you been playing that PUBG again.
Yeah, my usual.
Oh, you never stopped really playing?
No, I'm not playing it right now.
No, I mean, like, just in general.
Oh, yeah. Although lately I've been really sucking. Like I've been just getting destroyed. Like on the
Yeah.
on, like firefights. I don't know why. I just keep getting like gunned down. I mean, I aim properly and I'm shooting, and like, somehow I'm still getting like killed. I don't know why.
You try the snow map?
Yeah, I like it. It's not bad.
I like it a lot. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's good in between like
It's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is available on Game Pass.
yeah, it was
I
very
thought that was
recent.
a leak. Was it confirmed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
dope.
think it's on there.
I was
I'm
download
glad I
that.
didn't.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Wait. Okay, not the new one, Ultimate. I did buy that bullshit. Never mind.
Yeah,
I got
ultimate.
Which one is it? It's one of the
It's the remaster, right? That's the remaster.
Just
Yeah.
Cause 4. Just Cause 3. When did this come out? This game?
No, just cause.
Ultimate.
I think I have every one, but I don't think I have this one. And I've always wanted to just like I have the other Marvel games, Deadly Alliance. What is
Yeah.
it called? Marvel.
Ultimate Alliance. A lot of ultimates everywhere.
Good.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
What is it? Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, I think it's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah.
Try that one to see if that comes up.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start up in just a sec.
No problem.
Hey, Dustin, you ready for this weekend, buddy?
For what?
Y'all playing, man? The
Oh,
playoffs.
yeah. It's gonna be a good game. I think we'll win.
Think so?
Yep.
Yeah, I hope so. I like to see old Patrick Mahomes pull it out.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm all done ready on my side. Y'all ready to start?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Excuse me. If Eric shows up, he shows up.
I'm gonna ping him.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome to Xbox Uncut, episode 248, where I interrupt everybody because they don't realize I started recording. But we're here, and now I'm going to add their audio into the feed. Now y'all can hear. And I got a great panel. Got main man Will. What's going on, Will?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me again. And
Oh,
so
thanks you so much for coming on. You know,
thank you.
Good times, good times.
Yeah.
We also have the wonderful Steph. What's going on, Steph?
What up? What up?
And joining us today is Tim Dog. Welcome to the show, Tim.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Thank you so
Good
much
to
for
be
being
here.
Yeah, it's good times. You're here for the whole new setup. Got all these transitions and stuff, all professional now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hopefully we'll have Eric later on in the show. We're not sure. That man always joins kind of randomly. But guys, let me tell you, I put in about 8 hours into Sea of Thieves today. That's what.
Wow.
That's what.
That's
That's
a
what
lot.
happened.
8 hours today?
Yeah. In the Sea
Wow, man.
of Thieves.
What'd you get? What was your tally?
Probably about about 200 grand. Roughly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot. How'd you get that much?
Speed running a Phoenix quest and doing some Skull Fort stuff like that. Just sinking a couple different other people's ships. Being a badass pirate. But
Pretty good.
I've also lost some money too. It's one of them days on the Seas of Thieves. So good though. I enjoy it. I can't wait for
Game's getting better and better.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to fixing the double shots. To be honest, though, still a big issue for it.
That's the thing with PC users switched with the
They
mouse
use
and keyboard.
macros to where they hit one button and it'll fire their first shot, instantly switch to the next weapon and fire the next shot, and so you get like a double burst instantly.
Yeah, that's really cheap.
Yeah, that sound baller. Damn, that sound dope. That cheating ass, man. They're thinking anything to win, bro. Damn.
So yeah, it's all about animation times. They already said they're working on a couple different solutions to stop that from happening. But it's fun.
So you got double shotted? Is that
a couple times, yeah. You could definitely tell when you're playing against a PC player, honestly.
Yeah. Well, they're aggressive too. You can just tell.
Oh yeah, they're coming right for you because they're just sitting there. They've watched Twitch for the last 10 hours and they're like, I know how to do this. And then they set up their macros and they go around annoying everybody on console.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the top 3 things they have to add. Well, there's the arena, the pets, and then hopefully the PC, Xbox, Switch. You don't have to.
Yeah, creating a separate lobby.
Yeah, I heard though. I know that originally they wanted the pets, but they drastically changed their plans because people wanted, and I remember they switched that. But I heard story mode's coming, as well as lore and that stuff. Like that story mode is coming. I heard so.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on that and. The battlefield is the battleships. What is it called? What mode is that
Arena
called?
mode.
Arena, yeah.
So what have y'all What have y'all been playing?
It's
Anything
gonna
in particular?
really
Yeah, which is dope because I remember when they were speaking on it last year, they did out of the first year. So seeing them doing this much means that the game must be thriving. So that's great to hear.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised they don't have like another monetization model because it's just basically all in-game currency and no, other additional
Still no
content.
patch.
Yeah, no bets.
That's gonna come though this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they didn't think the game. I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, I kind of knew when that game, even early, was going to be, a little shallow, but you could see that there was something there. It got hit hard, obviously in the beginning, but the game has withstood it. And now, like, there's so many changes, like this fog in the like it's unbelievable on an OLED. If you're an OLED owner, you have to play this game. Something about the colors, red on an OLED for some reason really can come out and it's vibrant. So this game, when you play it on an OLED, and I've talked to other people who've played it on OLED, said it's really impressive. So the game is just overall I mean the things that they're adding, like the fog and the skeleton ships and the megalodon, and it's all adding up now. It's pretty. It's a great Game Pass. It's gonna go. It's gonna do well. I think well into this year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no other place to go than up for that game. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what they do with it. Like after like all the updates, what they add to actually like make more money from it. Because I don't know if I'm sure it's a good Game Pass driver, but I'm sure it has to make a little bit more money for whatever they wanted to do with it.
I don't know. I mean, they could. They'll get monetization out of the pets, but the game, from people I've talked to, has done phenomenal for Xbox. The analytics on it, everything, it made them money. It's just a lot of people play the game. A lot of kids play the game. A lot of women play the game. Couples play the game. A lot of streamers out there. It's a weird game that people wanted to really try to dismiss and just bury, and it's cool that it's still hanging around. It was the top 10 on Twitch for 2 weeks, I think a week, and that was partly important. There's a really good streamer that was streaming. He had like 38K. It was being watched. It's like it's always I track it. It's always around like 14K, 15K. So it's always like in there, and then sometimes it has these jumps, and I wonder how. I think it's going to be viewed a lot more too when the arena mode comes. Like I said, I played it at E3. That game's a different game. It's fun. It's fun as hell. I mean, it's but the way they did it was a lot different than what you play. Well, the way they did it at E3 was they had four on four, or four teams, and it was just everyone against each other, and it was pretty impressive. Like it was pretty fun. But they never added it, and they changed kind of direction. I felt, or at least the next year it was different. But this is, I think, what that was, and I think a lot of people are gonna like it. So, and I hate to reiterate, but it's just things are looking up for Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, totally agree.
Cool.
All right, so there's not a lot of news to actually talk about this week. I hope y'all realize this.
Yeah,
Hence the Sea of Thieves talk here.
Yeah, it's kind of like we could talk about some stuff that was at what is it? What's the big conference? Yeah, like there's some really like we're if you want an OLED, this is going to be a good time to pick one up coming up in the next year for the 2019 models, because they're going to kind of have the variable refresh rates and stuff like that. So this is it's kind of the years for TVs. I mean, if you bought a TCL TV the last 2 years, you're going to end up getting the update for what is it, Dolby Vision for your Xbox One. They'll have native support for that. Because right now, if you try to use like Netflix that has Dolby Vision on Xbox, and you have a TCL TV, it won't work. You have to use the actual onboard TV Netflix app. But that's going to be corrected within, sounds like the next month. They'll roll out the new patch for that. Trying to think, anything else come out? Like, I mean, see, it's kind of just been a really weird show. It's becoming more and more irrelevant, other than for figuring out TVs. They showed
they
the
had,
foldable phone. I mean,
yeah.
that was a thing.
It was all about TVs this year.
Yeah,
Pretty much the 8K, and from the early returns, 8K. Somebody who went to the show said it's kind of a scam. From what they saw, they were actually on the floor, and there. I mean, listen, 8K is so far away. So right now it's kind of a hard sell.
yeah.
And 4K, what they did with 4K this year, like you said, if you're an OLED owner, they basically did everything you
It's
would
about
want.
high frame rate. Yeah.
Yeah, they added the VR. They added HDMI 2.1 ports. It was just really impressive that they added that 120 hertz, 4K 120. So I felt like that was the biggest part of the show. But you're right. It's not like it used to be bigger, but the inventions were, I guess, more easier back then, or
Yeah. I have my mic in such a weird position. Let's see. Just stand over here. Let's see. So what have y'all been playing other than talk about CES?
And I've been playing this Battlefield, bro. Let me say this: if you ain't got Battlefield 5 yet, it was just $30. But next time that
I'm having you break up on me badly.
Royale about to come out, like in 2 months or a month. It's fun. It's a good game. I'm surprised how much I'm playing. Like, I stopped playing PUBG really. I haven't played PUBG. Today's the first time I played it in like a week and a half, probably. I mean, I'm usually on PUBG like crack. But yeah, I've been playing PUBG. Also, got back into some Mario Odyssey. I don't even know why. I feel like my kids done stole my Switch. All they want to do is play fucking Fortnite. And so I got it back, and I was just pretending to play games just so they wouldn't get on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's pretty much it, though, man. Ain't been playing much else.
Oh man, I've been playing a cavalcade of games to make it count. Because I kind of like to sample a lot of games. I don't like. I do stick with 1 or 2 games, like just for the long run. Like I've been still trying to get out of the Assassin's Creed Origins hole. Yeah, that game's a long ass game. But yeah, I've been playing that. Yeah, I played a little bit of Sea of Thieves with Dustin and a few people the other night, which was fun. Unfortunately, I wasn't only able to do that one quest with you guys because I had some company over later. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Kind of playing a lot of Monster Hunter too, because I wanted to get that Assassin's Creed outfit, but I don't know if I'll be able to level up by that time, so that's gonna suck. That's a great game to do a co-op with. I haven't done a co-op with anybody yet.
The Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
We need to play it, man. I need to play it. I meant to play it when I was off this, but man, I just cannot stop playing Battlefield. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, I hear you. I might have to get Battlefield too, but wait for a little bit more of a sale. And I know it was on sale for like $30 before.
Yeah,
but
you want it cheaper than $30?
Well, yeah. At the time, I was kind of broke too, so I couldn't really afford it. So
I understand that.
But yeah, I've been playing that.
I put off a 40 piece, man. I got 40 kills in one game. Team death.
Nice.
Beastin'.
Yeah, that's good, man. I think you playing it by yourself, or you playing with like other?
Well, I mean, no, I'll group up with like one person, maybe 2, and then sometimes I'll get in a squad, and then it keeps you in that same squad.
Mhm.
like the next game, and then eventually I got I got a squad that way. But most of the time I'm just playing with random people, and then we'll just kind of stick together. I mean, you got somebody in your team getting like 40 kills, people don't want to leave, you know. So,
Yeah, it's
but
kind of like Overwatch. That
yeah, pretty much. I mean, you just group up. I mean, I need to play that shit again. I ain't played Overwatch in a while either.
yeah, it's a good one. I think they added a few more new content things recently.
Yeah,
And
I haven't used that new character they added. Even even so, there's a chick that added that has a repeater rifle. I haven't even used her. She fucking killed me last time I played the game, but I need to use her and try.
that's the one with the mask, right? The lady with the mask.
I think she has him. I'm not. No, I think she just has like a hat. She's like the female version of the cowboy dude. I don't even know what his name is. I can't even think of his
Oh,
name.
you're talking about her? Oh, okay. Because there was another female character they added. Oh, I don't know if they added. I think they just put her part of like a
Yeah,
little
they added
story.
that. Yeah, they did add a female character before that. It was like she has like magic power or some shit. I don't remember. I don't use none of those characters. I gotta have a gun.
Yeah, I can't
Give me
can't
a
keep up with
gun.
all that Overwatch stuff. I mean, I do like to play it though,
They
but
did. They did say that like one of the. I want to say they said Soldier 76 is gay or something. They were talking about it on Twitter like earlier
yeah, they
this
did
week.
add that too.
Soldier 76 is gay. Is that what it is?
Either that or bisexual. I don't know really. I'm not really sure.
Ah,
It's like
Jesus.
I mean,
it
all
seems.
I know is the emote of him sucking some dude's dick in the middle of the game is, it's
Is
Wow.
that what it
it
is?
explains it. I mean, how else would you know the sexuality of this person? I mean,
I just remember someone saying this explains a lot about Soldier. It was like a clickbait
look, I don't want to
thing.
get
I wasn't clicking
into
on it.
like the politically correct shit, but come on, like these are generic fucking characters that shoot each
Yeah.
other in the fucking head. Do we really need to have their backstory of like
Well, I mean,
this
if there's
guy
gonna be a
loves to be
story,
gay?
I
There
mean,
is
yeah,
no story though. Like there
that's what I'm
really
saying.
isn't. Like it's literally just to make controversy. To go, look, he's
They
gay.
did the same thing with Tracer, man, and
Yeah.
Tracer was.
Well, the problem is, I think they're doing it way too post launch. Like they should have done this. Like they should establish all
Yeah,
this lore beforehand. Because the movies that they release are awesome. So I don't know why they don't even add that to the game as far as like video files, so you can see at least all
yeah,
the
that's
stuff they
true.
release. But
Good point.
they just it's weird. But yeah, I mean, it's like whatever for me. Like I don't really care. But it is kind of like it does feel tacked on with a lot of these characters. It just if you don't
Yeah, it just
establish
feels
it
like
out,
it's
yeah,
supposed to be a controversy. Like it's like, okay, we can get a bunch of people talking about game. Hey, this guy's gay now.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
enjoy that. Like, it's like okay, like why the fuck do I care if he's gay or not? Like, I never picked him because he was straight. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know about you, but when I choose Soldier 76, I want him to be blue with a red gun and straight.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Maybe that's what they need to do. They need to fucking make homosexual, straight, heterosexual, whatever is part of
More
your
choices.
emotes is your choice. And then like he could be like popping his, he could be the fucking stereotypical homosexual guy, and why not go all out? I guess.
Yeah, I guess
Like,
that's that one.
Let's change the subject.
I mean, it just feels dumb and tacked on.
What you been playing, Dustin? Huh?
I told you 8 hours of Sea of Thieves today.
That's it. That's
Nice
it.
one.
I've been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves. What else have I played? Let's look. Let me look at my list of shit. What was it? I've been playing Pokemon. I got a
Well,
Pokeball.
then let's
Okay, I
go.
got that.
Pokey.
Got that Mew.
You got the Pikachu one or the Eevee or which one?
Pikachu. Pikachu.
You said you got the Pokeball?
Yep, got the Pokeball.
The
Got
the
Pokeball.
controller, the $50 controller
Yep,
thing?
controller / Pokeball / Pokemon Go
We're gonna have
Walker
to have a
thing.
conversation off the air about
Look,
that
man,
shit.
got me
I'm
a
concerned.
Pokeball, bitch.
I'm
I
concerned.
I got I also played some Master Chief Collection Halo. It was good. It's fun. And a lot of Rainbow Six, honestly, lately. This is what Vern, me, Maria, and all that our group have been playing. It's all about that Rainbow Six, and then of
Yeah,
course
playing PvP
casual, whatever.
casual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Terrorist hunt thing or whatever it's called.
No, I mean it's like 4-on-4 or whatever, but it's
Oh yeah,
casual.
PvP.
Yeah,
Oh, it's called casual. Okay.
yeah, they
I
just call
never
it
seen
casual.
mode.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, so
it's
I
just
know
not ranked. Yeah, that's all. It's
I
just
know
casual.
something
Oh,
odd.
got you.
Like Dustin, is Maria playing Sea of Thieves? Because I've seen her get an achievement in that. I was like, that's weird. I thought she hated that game.
She does hate that game, but she's slowly we're turning this franchise around for her.
All right, that's good.
She started killing some stuff, so she is liking the game more. She's not a big fan of like going to do Gold Hoarder's chest or anything like that. Like we're
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, it's not like it's a little tedious, and
yeah.
I mean, because like if you have somebody who knows exactly what they're doing, that's awesome. Because like we could just rely on you to do like all the hard stuff, and they would just hang back. But like that's kind of what happens a lot with like for me, because I haven't played the game in a while, so I have to get more acquainted with all that stuff. Like maybe I'll try some stuff solo, so I could know how to do it easily and not have to rely on others.
Yeah.
For
What on Sea of Thieves?
yeah, Sea of Thieves, yeah.
Oh, you can't play. You gotta get on with somebody. Playing it solo is fun, but you just figure it out. It's good to take the boat out and and take a sloop and just enjoy it. But really to get like money and stuff, you gotta team up with people.
Yeah, it is very tricky, especially when you're by yourself and you have treasure and you have people just being assholes and stuff. I mean, that's
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, that is the point of the game, but it is you do want to progress and then not have to deal with all that. So I know just like you're definitely right on that one.
I mean, you can play it solo. It's gorgeous, and I mean, I was in the slope. I took it out recently. I actually been playing Sea Thieves as well, and I was in a storm, and I couldn't believe how crazy the storm looked.
Yeah.
And I couldn't like my the steering wheel thing was spinning, and I was just spinning in like a typhoon. I couldn't believe what was going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
navigating a
so,
storm by yourself is really hard. It's
yeah,
very challenging.
I just let the controller go and just to see what happens. And it
That's
was
cool.
like 20 minutes in the storm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting experience when you do solo because it's almost like you're on vacation, like by yourself, just hanging out, fishing, and getting treasure, and then then the storm hits and you're like, oh fuck, and then you kind of you want to just shut off the game at that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
the last time I played like last week, and we got good. We got about 10,000 on one run, and it was
Oh,
about
nice.
an hour. Got
Yeah, that's awesome.
skulls. So yeah, I mean that's what I've been playing. I've been playing. Since we're all having this discussion, I finished Red Dead. Somebody bet me on Twitter. Actually, two people bet me, I think, on Twitter that I would not finish Red Dead 2 by the end of the year. Well,
Wow.
that I wasn't gonna like it, and I said okay, and I basically that game played the hell out of that game. It was a long ass game, and I was over about I would say 80, 90 hours in the game, and I have to say it was very good. I felt like it maybe would have been a little bit too long, but it still was. I would say a 9.5 to 10 experience. If you haven't played it, it's if you like stories and you like characters, it's the the best.
Nice.
And then I've been playing Forza Horizon. I just drive around and go after. I do sometimes I just take the car out. I get my favorite car, which is the RTX Subaru. Um,
Yeah.
and I just basically go and I do like the boards or barn finds. I don't really race a lot. I do race sometimes, but that's what I do. I just track up points. So I've been playing that. I wonder what they're gonna do. I wonder what they're gonna do for 5. Where they're gonna go, because
Yeah.
it feels very similar to 3 to me.
Yeah, they kind of. I feel like they kind of hit like a little bit of a creative rut there. Like it's not like
What else can
that
they do?
different.
You know?
Yeah, it's a racing game. Yeah, so it's like unless you like the most requested thing was, of course, Japan. So they maybe
Yeah.
might have to switch up to maybe some like cool street racing and maybe a few other modes that aren't like in the current one. Like
Can we
maybe
get
something
some
more
Nas?
competitive. Yeah, yeah, they boost and stuff like that. Because Fast and the Furious expansion was awesome. I kind of wish they did more of that because the boosting was really cool mechanic that I kind of wish.
I would love for damage, but I don't know why they won't have damage. I mean, I heard
It's the
that
contracts or something like that.
yeah, the automakers supposedly they don't want to see their car get ripped up. But then
Yeah,
there's some games like Need for Speed, I think, has damage. Um, I really miss damage in video games for car. I
mm.
remember when it first started, you had it and it was pretty fun. Demolition Derby and games. I remember playing that.
Oh
It
yeah,
was pretty cool, and obviously Burnout was amazing. And
yeah.
I just wish they would kind of go back to that, but I don't think anybody is going to do that anymore.
No, I mean, the only other two ideas that they can maybe use is one other one is kind of doing a cruising USA thing where you kind of go across like the USA because like, they haven't really done the USA first one. So if they went back to that, that'd be pretty awesome. And they have a whole bunch of states they can go through and tracks, or you
Take
can
it
do
to
yeah,
LA.
LA, yeah. Uh, what's it called?
I mean, LA is pretty crazy. That'd have to,
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
pretty.
traffic in LA.
Oh yeah, definitely. And plus, I like the. It may be cool if they also went back to the first location of the first Horizon. It was like in what was
Yeah.
it? Colorado.
So yeah, it was. I don't know. I just feel like they kind of nailed it on every aspect. There's no where else can they go? I would kind of like them to just try something different next time, or maybe even start a new series.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to happen, but if they wanted to do Project Gotham Racing, I mean, to
yeah,
me that would be, they could change everything.
yeah. I think
Darker, they
yeah,
could make it darker. They don't have to, very, everything is like a big party in Forza Horizon. It's to rise to the top, but Project Gotham Racing could be completely different, like a little darker.
yeah. Plus, they could expand like the track locations. It's not just one open. They can do a whole bunch of different locations. Like I know Drive Club has a whole bunch of different locations, which really diversifies the tracks
Mhm.
and the way it looks. So that'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah. So when do you think we'll get the next Horizon?
I think 2021.
Mm.
I think
Yeah,
taking
yeah,
off, they're taking off a year this year.
yeah. Definitely, that sounds about right. Oh, for launch. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting because they're still working on updates to 7. So you have to wonder when that's gonna kick in, when they're gonna start development on 8. Um, I don't know. Maybe they'll notice that they don't really have to do like a.
Well, they're hiring now. They just put out on the career thing. I saw a link. I actually put it up on my Twitter that they're hiring for next generation Forza and people that turn 10. So that
Oh,
tells me that they're gearing up, and they probably need. I figure they're gonna launch November 2021. They're gonna start to gear up. I think in like February or March, for that title, and then they'll have a small team on 7. I mean, there's people there working on the next generation. They're doing something. What it is, I don't know, but they're definitely up to something.
yeah. Actually, it'd be cool also if turn 10. I mean, they're probably not gonna do this, but It'd be nice to see them actually work on different types of racers, like a kart title, like a Mario Kart or something, but with like Xbox characters. That'd be a pretty cool, like even as a side project, just to kind of
Yeah,
diversify.
that would get
I thought that was
hammered.
already a thing.
No, they talked about it, but the thing is, or I've seen it talked about. Xbox gets killed for doing something like that.
Yeah,
They ruin
Yeah.
the. I just feel like people will go after that. Especially if it's, even if it's fun, it's a little goofy. Like the way they went after Sea of Thieves was, it was like you'd have people saying like, you're a pussy if you're playing that game. Like there's just like it was just for whatever reason they like to go. People like to go after that with that Xbox. I don't know why, but so I would be a little hesitant with Forza carts. Because
yeah,
I remember when that they were talking about that, people were already starting to make fun of it and this and that. But it would be a good idea if it was a smaller title, or by a different studio, in my opinion.
yeah. They
I
make fun
agree.
of it because they probably think that's like the only thing they can offer. Like, but they
Yeah,
can, do more stuff. And plus, even it doesn't have to be turn 10. It could be like actually Sumo Digital will be really good for that because they did that
yeah.
awesome Sonic Racing Transform
With
game.
whatever, whoever helping them, they've had that. Like
Hmm.
with what they're doing with Battle, Toads. Rare
Yeah,
is involved. They're involved.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Rare plus Sumo Digital, that'd be an awesome match. And like but I'm kind of curious about Battletoads because I don't know if that's gonna hit 2019. I'm doubtful because they just kind of started hiring for people for that game as well. I mean,
Whenever you
additional
see
people.
that, you could definitely get delayed.
Yeah,
But I don't think that game's going to be a huge game. I don't think that game. I think it's going to be a kind of a smaller type game. 29.99, 39.99 type deal.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of sucks because if that gets delayed out, you're back to like I think 3 games again for the full year. You got Gears, Crackdown, and Ori. Um, but I'm kind of hoping they'll put Gears Tactics on the Xbox. I know that there was some news about that with the Razer
Coming.
keyboard.
It's definitely coming.
Yeah, I just it'd be nice if it was 2019, but I'm not sure when that's gonna happen because they're still kind of building it for the keyboard and mouse, so they might have to do that after the fact and maybe port it over. But that'll
Or
be
just
yeah,
make it available with just PC.
yeah,
With that might piss people off, but they'll build a controller. I would think.
yeah. That'll be kind of an unusual way to release it, especially depending on the mouse and keyboard. But it's nothing,
Well, one
ex-
thing that Xbox has going for them is they have Gears 5, which
yeah,
really could be a great game. It could turn it could get some love. I think the storyline's really there to be big. I have an idea. I'm guessing where it can go, and I think what they're doing with Gears 5 is going to be real good. The story's going to be real good. Rod's worked on it for 5 years, 3 years now. For that title, 5 years in total. They hired Rod Ferguson in 2014 to work on this in January. I think January 27th.
well,
I was
yeah,
just reading an article because somebody had asked me, and so Rod's been working on it, and Rod's known. He's known as a very efficient studio guy. Like he's the type of guy, like if he gives you an answer from this is from what I've heard, or it gets done in a really quick amount of time with real high level quality. And then you look at Gears 3. All right, like Gears 4. It came out in
It was
what was it,
2016.
November 2016 when they bought the Gears IP and hired Ferguson. That was in January 27th of 2014. So he had to just jump in there and make an engine and do everything. He did it in you know, basically 2.5 years when they get everything getting up, when it went in production. And they had a good product for 2.5 years, but now you have everything built and you're building upon the story that was left as a cliffhanger. And maybe they did it. That's the reason why they did. and you're gonna have 3 years, and I think it's the already what we've seen looks amazing. I think they're really gonna nail it graphically, and I think they're gonna hit the story. It's gonna be a big exclusive for Xbox, or it really needs to be because they haven't had it in so long. And I hope that it hits, but I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be good. It's gonna be yeah, like you said, they have a remarkable turnaround.
Yeah.
The stuff that they develop, so that's very impressive. And the driving force of the interest of Figures 5 is definitely be the story and where they
Right.
take the gameplay, because the whole more openish looking world and stuff like that. So that's gonna be cool.
I mean, you see what he did for Bioshock. I mean,
Yeah,
jeez.
yeah, they're
I
lucky to have him.
Yeah, you have that. You have Sea of Thieves still. It's an ongoing title. I think Battletoads will make it. You have Battletoads. You also have Planet Atlas, which or what is it, Atlas?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
game's going to be a big game in my opinion. It's pretty crazy. It's just going to be like Ark in my opinion, which for me, there was a lot of value from Ark in preview. Even though, yeah, obviously it's a preview game, it's gonna have issues, but that's a pretty nice pickup. I mean, it's a pretty good year. It's not an amazing year. I think 2020 could be their amazing year. They'll have a lot of stuff starting to hit.
yeah. I mean, it stacks up okay compared to the PlayStation lineup. It also a lot depends on what PlayStation actually releases this year. Of the big three, like the Death Stranding and
I
Last
think
of
Death
Us.
Stranding is the best chance, but I doubt any make it.
Yeah, you know what? I thought that Ghost of Tsushima was kind of the better chance, because like I know Sucker Punch has been working on that game for a while, so um
It's
yeah,
possible.
yeah. And Last of Us seems like the one that they're gonna take the most time to polish up, so that might be
They're
maybe
gonna,
2020. I don't know, we'll see.
yeah, it
Yeah.
could be. They just said that they were hiring today. Listen, Naughty Dog wants to. They're gonna have a quality product,
Hmm.
and they're not gonna let time bother them. They're gonna make sure it's what it is. To have it come out in 2019 would be, in my opinion, them rushing. They will probably come out 2020, probably holiday. It's possible it could be 2021, but that game will be on target. That game's going to be huge.
Did you guys not see the leaks for the Sony game? There
But
was for Last of Us there was a holiday, and for Death Stranding I think there was September to August September,
Hmm.
and then what's that? Ghost of Tsushima is next year 2020 apparently.
Hmm. That's weird.
That
I
was
know.
that was
Yeah.
who knows if it's true, but that's what the leaks were.
Well, didn't Alana Pierce also say like that? I mean, she deleted the tweet,
yes,
but yeah,
She
apparently
said
it's
that
like
Last of Us is coming out this year.
yeah.
So
But
yes.
I don't know. That's kind of, maybe she has some insider knowledge, but that leaks are
until
crazy.
we
She misinterpreted something, or
Yeah.
somebody's like, yeah, whatever. That tweet, I read the tweet and I thought I was silly. I didn't even take it seriously. I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
And
wouldn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think we
I
need to at
mean,
least see one more live gameplay demo of Last of Us. I mean, it's just one that
they're just
E3 last
notorious too for being, delayed. So,
Right.
true. Yeah, they have a lot of delays.
but they deliver. So it's not like,
Yeah,
I believe The Last of Us was delayed.
Yeah, it
it
was
was.
definitely.
All their games were delayed. I think.
So The Last of Us was delayed. Uncharted was delayed, I think twice, or it was
Yeah,
it.
Uncharted 4 was delayed twice, or I think 3 times. But the third time was only by like 2 weeks.
Right, yeah, something. So I don't see them 2019. I don't see. I see maybe Ghost of Tsushima, but I don't see that. I don't see any of them hitting it. I just feel they'll have a very
None
short
of
time frame. Yeah, I don't think. I think it's going to be a clean sweep. Or
Wow.
if it does come out, I don't think it's going to be that great. I don't think it's going to be the greatest game in the world. I mean, Death Stranding looked to me like a game that I don't know. It didn't impress me from what
It
I
looks
saw.
stupid, man. It's just saying it looks stupid,
It
man.
just looked boring. It just looked like, you know, it's possible that he could have a throw up a bomb. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
I
my
really love
God.
Metal Gear 3, man. Metal Gear 3 and Metal Gear 4, I really love. I couldn't really
Well,
get through the Phantom Pain though.
yeah, well, a lot of people. It wasn't Metal Gear 5. Everyone gave it 95 Metacritic.
Yeah, it was a
yeah.
pretty high scoring game.
I heard that that was the biggest bullshit. I mean, I played some of the game, but I heard that it
The
doesn't
first
deserve.
like the first hour, 2 to 3 hours of the game was great, but then after that, it's just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat.
Right.
Same missions, and then you get a little bit. There's no cutscenes after the first part, which is like crazy. If you play any of the other Metal Gear, there's literally like 40 hours worth of cutscenes in Metal Gear 4, or maybe more than that. It's ridiculous how much cutscenes are in that game. And then the next one released has like maybe 3 hours worth of cutscenes. It's insane to me.
It is very lean on the cutscenes. Like it was definitely, you could tell that was cut off at the legs with Konami and Kojima's whole thing that went on there. So unfortunately, they kind of suffered for like the story suffered from all that drama. So that kind of sucks because the story was very interesting. It just not much of it there. There was you could glean a lot of stuff from it, but it doesn't quite hit home.
Yep.
So I was curious one thing about what you guys think. Since Crackdown's coming up, but there's not a whole lot of hype for it. It's like not hype, but like the advertising isn't that great so far for Xbox. Like, 'cause,
What?
I mean,
Those Terry, those stuff. You seen those commercials?
yeah, but I mean, remember the IGN supposed to do the IGN first? They only got like one done so far, and I think they'll move on to Anthem. So they're not really doing much first for that either. They just
I
did
don't
that
think it
one.
was a IGN first. I think it was just like an exclusive trailer, was it?
I mean, it could be. I mean, maybe I was off on that one. But I don't know. I feel like Microsoft's not really treating it like a AAA. I don't know. Just the way they're advertising it. It just seems like they're just like kind of advertising it as a Game Pass game, really. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think they just need to let it do what it's going to keep on pumping out the little commercials you got going, and just release it on Game Pass. Just let this game come out and be done with. It's been way too long. That game was announced in 2014. It's 2019. It's been forever. Just let it go.
We're talking about Crackdown 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Crackdown 3 is gonna be fun, but it's not gonna be. It's gonna be like 71 Metacritic, fun game. Some people really like it. Some people bash it. Some people will make fun of it, but the online, I feel like it's gonna be cool for about maybe a day or two, but it definitely might get old. Um, but I think that it might surprise us.
I think it will surprise
Um,
us just because of it being on Game Pass. Like, I could see them just following up with updates for this game that just builds on top of what it is. And because they're making money off of Game Pass, it just turns into something they can easily update once they get it on the ground versus like all these delays after delays. It just needs to release.
Yeah.
The community will build around it just like Sea of Thieves did. I mean, it's not something you're gonna. It's one of those things where you can update it and they go, "Hey, look, this new thing's out." Then you have another million people go and play it again and go, "You know what? This is really fun." And I mean, essentially, that's what happened to Sea of Thieves. Is like a lot of people picked it up, went, "This ain't for me." Next big update, hey, you know what? I like this. And then they put it down, and they come back for the next big release. So it'll be interesting to see how they actually treat this game post launch. Because if they actually have a roadmap to actually build upon it, I think it actually could be larger than we think it is. But if they're kind of just like Steph said, just releasing it to kill it, it'll have its initial.
Well, not
surge.
to kill it. I don't mean like to kill it. I meant like to just get it out.
Yeah, I'm just saying like
it's gonna be like, listen, if it actually is kind of like critically accepted, or like say it's like an 82, that'd be a huge win for where this game. It went from being a huge exclusive to Well, let's hope it.
Not canceled.
It's not canceled. Or
Yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
next thing. There's a lot of statements about like the cloud and that whole thing that went on that really kind of, and the game was announced in 2014, so that's an incredible amount of time. And I think people will use that against the game, to be honest.
Hmm.
So, but if it hit around 80, it'd be huge success. If it hits from where I think it'll be like a 71, I
Yeah.
think it would be sell decent, fun game. People come back to it. Nice add on the library, but it's not a heavy hitter like nowhere near Gears 5 or even a Quantum Break. You know,
Hmm.
which was a big game, but it's not on that level. It's kind of like on a lower level. But then again, who knows? I mean, the graphics look good to me. I don't know what people,
Yeah, I like it. It looks a lot better than it did before,
Yeah,
definitely.
I
Yeah,
did too.
they made a big difference.
But it was yeah. But what's unfortunate is that this game will kind of set the bar for like the 2019 because it pretty much kicks off Xbox's 2019. So if it hits like really low, then that's gonna suck. But like if Tim said, if it's like 70 to 80, they'll start the year off decently. Then you don't have to look for all these stupid 69 memes and stuff from
Yeah.
Metacritic. That's
Y'all
it's
want to
really
give y'all prediction? I'm gonna go 75.
wow. That's a good.
71.
Oh man.
83.
Wow.
Chill,
Woo!
chill.
That's that's pretty good. I'm gonna say 74.
Ah, come on, you playing this?
Higher or lower? No.
I mean, it has the multiplayer going for it, and maybe the campaign will boost it up a little bit if
The
it's good.
multiplayer looks like a lot of fun. That's what's getting my hopes up.
Hmm.
And then the single player will always, it's going to be fun just with the robots and everything. But I think like having the whole city fall down on you as you and your friends shoot at each other is going to be where most people get a ton of their enjoyment from.
Yep, that is true.
Yeah, plus the co-op because co-op was a big thing for the first Crackdown. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it's four-player. And hopefully they'll maybe add that later on, but that'll be another kind of selling point. The
Now,
co-op
when do
is
you
always
think
gonna be
they'll
fun.
release the review embargo? Do you think they wait till day of, or do they just they see
Mm,
with it being on Game Pass? I think it would be like smarter to wait till day of,
yeah.
have all million or so people play it because they'll all pre-download it on Game Pass, and then you don't have to worry about people going "fuck this game." It's a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, it's good good logic there. Yeah, probably maybe I don't know. I think they're gonna probably do like a week before, like usual,
Yeah,
because they're kind of they don't really seem to care too much about that stuff. Because the State of Decay got I think that week before, and I think also Horizon. Sea of Thieves was kind of harder because it was like an online game, so it was harder to do that early.
mm, mm.
But
Uh,
yeah, Destiny brought up an interesting point with the post-launch uh, content because when you look at the store, it doesn't have anything for season pass or any higher editions. So I'm kind of wondering if they're just kind of like release it and then see how it does before going fully in with the support, or just kind of backing off if it doesn't do well.
mm. That's just true. Maybe they don't have any plans for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little worrying in that regard because you always kind of hope they have a plan for the game for like post launch, but maybe they're just kind of like playing it by ear.
Yeah.
So
All right. Is there any other games that we want to cover this week before we kind of close out the show?
Absolver came out on Game
What
Pass.
is that type of game? Can you explain it to me?
It's a weird game, man. It's like you kind of go through. It's not dungeons, but it's like an area, and then you kind of beat people up until you hit like a boss, and then you get like keep going on. It does have a multiplayer component too. I guess it's hard to explain how it is. It's almost like a beat 'em up. It's pretty much a beat 'em up, but like um, it's more like it has more complex like animations and switches, so you can switch stances and stuff like that. It's very unique actually. So yeah, it's kind of more of like kind of a beat 'em up dungeon crawler style thing. So it's a cool game. I would suggest trying it. It's very similar to Ashen's art style too. So I feel like Ashen, you might like that one too.
Yeah, I gotta try Ashen.
Ashen's a cool game. It's surprisingly I like it more than Below, which was kind of a surprise for me because Below was such a highly anticipated
I
game.
went to nothing.
Yep.
You know that one really kind of went downhill. Unfortunately, I mean I do like the gameplay and all that, but it does have some problems that get annoying. I know Rand's talked about that before on his podcast and stuff like that. With the survival aspects, which is it does get annoying too.
And that's one of the reasons why I didn't really play it because I hate survival games unless it's PUBG. You don't got to like if you had to eat and drink in PUBG, I definitely wouldn't be playing. I just don't like those kind of games, man.
Yeah,
Just, I don't find. I mean, I just think it's weird that like an asymmetric game is like if it was like a first person like game, you know, I think it'd make more sense. But it's just weird. But real quick, if you're gonna have anything else to talk about, I just want to ask, what do you guys think about this Punisher about to drop? You ready for Punisher? Is it gonna get canceled?
Oh, it's getting canceled for sure.
Really? You think so?
No, without a doubt, because Daredevil's been way more successful than Punisher or any of the shows, period, and it got canceled. And that's
I think they said it got canceled because it was too expensive or something.
Yeah, too expensive because Disney's raising the rates for everything. And that is why Punisher will also be canceled.
But I mean, Daredevil is a more isn't it a more recognizable character than the Punisher? Maybe it's
no. I mean, after the Netflix shows, yes, probably, but not before. Like it's Punisher had multiple movies.
I mean, it did already. Yeah, I guess it did have a couple movies. It had at least one.
Why don't you think Punisher's gonna make it?
Or no, the reason I don't think because Disney has its own streaming network, they want to get all these characters back. They're going to make it so that Netflix can't afford to fucking make it profitable. That way they get to take the Punisher character. They're taking Daredevil. They're taking Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. All that's going to be on Disney's network, just under different TV show names. But all the characters will move over. Mark my words.
Yeah, but I do wonder, like, what kind of tone they're gonna go with their movies and series on their own channel.
Seeing as DC is showing that you can do it really well and go darker with it, I think they'll do the same.
Yeah, because Punishers and Daredevil are much darker characters.
Because like, Titans is doing really well for DC.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, because that's kind of a weird, it's such a weird direction to take that series. I mean, I know it's like.
Have you watched Titans?
But no, I haven't seen it. But it just seems so like weird.
It's not as dark as people make it out to be, but it is.
I want to watch it. I just don't want to pay $75 to watch it. I don't want to watch it.
You don't have to pay $75 to watch it.
So
that's how much it is, right?
For a month is like $7.
Oh, okay. So there is a when I went to go check it out, they didn't give a monthly option. It was only like
and
a year.
You don't even need the monthly option. You just need to do the free trial for 7 days and just watch it.
Word. I don't do the free trial.
They had a Punisher trailer and then they took it down. Is that what happens?
No, Punisher's just releasing in a week, right? Punisher.
Yeah, it comes out the 18th, and the trailer comes out tomorrow.
Well, it's definitely coming though, right?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Just every single show has got canceled except for Punisher right now, and the
Punisher and Jessica Jones as well, and the Defenders did get canceled.
I don't. Yeah, after the reaction of the first Defenders, I don't think they were planning on doing a second one.
Stranger Things seems to be doing good too, right?
Yeah. That one, third one got announced already.
Did you guys watch the original Punisher? Because I actually watched an episode.
Oh, the
The,
which other
the
series?
Netflix or
Yeah,
the
the Netflix.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I've watched it twice already. I love
Look, it's great.
it. Hell yeah, it's great.
Now it
I'm,
looks
I'm
like the guy's coming back.
oh yeah, he's
Jigsaw.
what's his name?
Billy
Jigsaw.
Russo. Yeah.
Yeah, Russo.
I seen
Yeah,
like have you seen the screenshots from the original movie? Like for the other Jigsaw guy? Like how
Oh
like
yeah,
the
I was watching
different
that the other day actually. The one with Ray Stevenson.
I'm not sure who the actor is, but I just know that it was a like his face is supposed to be way more like messed up, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I have to see it. I don't know if this is the image that they're talking. Sorry, my phone is going off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't sure if that was the same image that they're talking about. Maybe I'm talking about something else. Maybe. But yeah, the Netflix thing seems to be. They seem like they're canceling them and like kind of in the order that they came out with. You know, I guess. You
Did
know,
they? Well,
I know
Daredevil
Punisher's
was the first
last.
show.
Yeah,
Daredevil
it's
was
like.
the first show, but it wasn't the first to get canceled. Iron Fist was.
Was it not?
That's
Daredevil
because
was
it was
first.
Iron Fist, and then Iron Fist got canceled because it was Iron Fist. Luke Cage
Fist
got
got-
canceled because like Disney's popping up those prices for the characters.
Well, then they lost half their viewers from the first season.
I
But
think
that
Luke
was
Cage season 2 like kind of like it had mixed reviews. I thought the
yeah. Well,
Batman.
I mean, like as far as how many people watched it, the second season was half of the people who watched it the first. I mean, because you gotta think about it, you had this huge like audience, you know, of let's go ahead. I said, yeah, all these black people wanting to see a black superhero. They watch it and they ain't really feeling it. You know, like I asked some people, I asked around, like a lot of people didn't like it just because they just didn't like certain things. But I thought the first season was awesome.
Oh, Luke
I
Cage.
did. Hell yeah, it was good, man. I was surprised, but then the second season is just kind of. I mean, it was good, but it just they dragged out the villain. They should have. I ain't gonna spoil it, but yeah, they dragged out the villain, man. It looks like we got another black villain in here, Eric. What's up, man?
Sorry, I was late.
What's up,
Got
Eric?
the
Oh yeah,
message later.
we wrapping up right now, bro. We wrapping it up.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Rough.
wrapping up.
Yeah.
Dang.
We just talking about Punisher.
Wait, Punisher? I thought this was a podcast about games. You talking about Punisher?
Oh, you missed the games
Yeah,
part.
it's coming to
Listen,
Xbox.
he's coming back to work. He's coming back. And listen, to anybody, listen, look. People were like, well, Punisher, listen, if you didn't see the Punisher, you suck. I mean, it's that simple. Like, it's one of the best, I guess people will say it's very depressing. To me, I was like, man, they really went in on the gore, right? They really
Yeah,
went in.
ain't that
But the
depressing.
last
Punishment to be in the
episode,
face.
that last episode,
Crazy.
that was unbelievable. That was the Punisher, like, on steroids, you know? It was just too good, you know? So I'm happy to see the GOAT, the God, John Berthal, back in it, you know, with season 2.
See, I like the actor, but I always feel like he's a little small for the role. I feel like he should be bigger. But that's just me. Like maybe.
Wait, would you want another person?
Nerd.
No, I mean I just want something.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean he wants to be taller?
Yeah, a little bit taller,
Well,
a
that's
little
like,
bit bigger.
but
you know?
what about Wolverine? Remember, that's the situation with Wolverine. He was supposed to be
Yeah, that was kind
shorter,
of
right?
the opposite
It was
though.
the
Yeah, it was
opposite,
like
yeah.
way too. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like something close. I think I think this guy was pretty good actually. Thomas Jane. I think he was the right build and height and all that.
He is like, man, John Berthal is like on another level now. I didn't know
Yeah,
he
he's
was
good.
that dark. I knew he was dark, after in the movie, The Accountant and Fury. Fury was good.
Yeah, very
yeah.
good.
Fury was like, I like that that part when that building blew up. He's like, you thought this, you know? It's like they went to war, boy. It's like that was a messed up scene. Yeah, like
He played the crazy guy, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what's messed up? How we went from Fury to Suicide Squad, the same director. I don't know what he was smoking or what he was taking.
I think there's a lot of DC like interference there. It's like
It's
the way they
crazy.
had the editing.
He should have watched that and said, "Damn, that's me."
Well,
That's
I
on
think.
my.
Well, from what I heard, DC assigned him like an editor for like music videos, and they kind of just cut up his movie in like the worst way possible. So they kind of and they added a bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah, but there is a problem with his stuff too, with the putting like a mystical villain for that movie, which it should have been a more grounded
He
villain like the
listen. You
Joker.
can't deliver Fury, right? 2 years later, Suicide Squad come out. That's crazy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's creepy. That's like he made Training Day, right? Remember? He wrote it.
Was that? Oh, I thought it was
And
Antoine Fuqua, but that's just the director.
yeah, he wrote Training Day, and then the
Oh,
next movie he wrote was Harsh Times. You know what I mean? And then End of Watch. Like that's you know what I mean? That's a
In the
good.
Watch is dope. I love In the Watch.
Yeah, and that's him. You understand? Then he wrote Sabotage. That's another one, right? Then he wrote Fury. You understand? Like now he was just hitting it, and then you get a Suicide Squad, and he wrote that. That's crazy.
Oh, that's that movie trash.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
you know,
Like,
it's different when you have an original story and then you have to use something where you got like history or whatever. I
yeah,
think
he
the
he need
word.
to just stay away from maybe DC. Go to Marvel. They hook him up.
I mean, I don't know if he would do better with Marvel because there's already a story that exists there, and you have to write around it, and that's
Oh
harder to
yeah,
do
but
than
wasn't
to like.
Suicide Squad though done in a way? It's not really connected, right, to most of the other films. So
So,
he should
no,
have.
that
You know,
Suicide Squad, that's already a story. That's pretty much a thing already.
yeah,
That's
that's.
that
I'm
happened
just
already.
saying, like, it's not connected to like the other, the DC universe. But you're right, it's still a
No, I
story.
mean, I'm not
well,
saying it's canon or
through
anything
that.
like
Yeah, I
that,
mean
but
through Batman. Yeah, because I know Ben Affleck was in there, so he's connected that way.
Oh yeah. That's
oh
probably
well,
you're
Ben
right. It
Affleck
was
ain't connected to
interference.
nothing. Ben Affleck ain't even Batman no more.
It's so weird
Yeah,
how yeah. I mean, it's so weird how everything's just kind of unraveling because it's kind of weird because Justice League came out right, and then Aquaman comes out, and it's a really successful movie. But
Aquaman was awesome.
yeah, but now
Aquaman
Aquaman was better than Justice. It was
was
unbelievable.
is it Panther Man? Is it Black Aquaman? I
It,
heard
it
it's
is
like just
basically the Black Panther of DC. That's basically what it
that's
was.
what I keep
It
hearing.
was fantastic. I was stunned. Like after it was over, everybody was clapping. No joke. And instead, everybody was clapping. Like, yeah, that was a good movie. You know,
but here's the
really was.
question though: what does DC do like with the DC universe after like Aquaman is successful? Do they go
That's
back and
it. They just take this amazing looking specimen who was Aquaman, and we just get his universe. We can't,
but if they
let's just go off of his thing.
but if they reboot the cast, that's not gonna work out. I mean, they can maybe change
First of all, there's a big movie that you're forgetting about, Will.
Which
Shazam.
one?
It's called The Flash. And The
Oh yeah,
My
Flash
the
God.
is
Flash
going
is
to
No,
do
coming.
what is called
that's never
Flashpoint.
coming out.
Oh, they're going to do it. You're going to get Flashpoint, I guarantee
They
Yeah.
you.
pushed
Flash.
it back. They pushed it back and said they're changing. They're not going with the Flashpoint storyline
Oh
anymore.
god.
They're going to do
I'm
something
calling
different.
Flashpoint. I'm going to fuck what they say. They're doing
Gotta have
Flashpoint. That way they can reset every fucking thing and keep whatever
Yeah.
they want. They
They
can
need to do
go,
that.
oh, this is the new Superman and the new Batman and the new everything.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Except for we're going to keep Wonder Woman and Aquaman because we know y'all love those characters.
I mean, they can work, but they'd have to keep Cavill and Ben Affleck to kind of send it off, though, and I don't know if they could do that.
I think you could get him to do some... Because Cavill would do it for sure.
Mhm.
Because he's all about the Superman characters. Just that DC was... He honestly was going to continue to do Superman. It's just DC kept fucking dragging its feet. And he was like, look, you got to fucking get off the pot of shit. Like, it's time to go. Like, I got a career.
Which
Because
is
he was
weird
ready
'cause,
to do
yeah.
Man of Steel 2.
He had the
and they
perfect
kept
Superman
delaying
already.
that. Yeah,
so
he was perfect.
how do you go from like where do you go from there? Like, you're gonna have to get like a real good unknown as well again.
Because all I know is like nobody ever had a problem with Henry Cavill's Superman. They had an issue with the story writing or whatever,
Yeah.
but it was never his acting or him as a character. Like he's always been fine.
Yeah, and physically is fucking amazing.
He looks like Superman.
DC is on Molly. It's the only way to explain it.
What?
Like they out here smoking like weird stuff. They don't know what to do. They all over the place. Marvel's just cruising, tap dancing, and DC is like
Well, there's
we just
two
gonna have.
Joker movies coming out. I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see this. That one with the new guy. Did you see the stunts he was doing?
yeah.
He got hit by a car. That was
Yeah.
crazy. That was in real time. I was like, what? Dude literally gets hit by a car and damn stunt and gets up and walks it off. I guess
Yeah.
it was a part of the stunt. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna keep that as an Elseworlds, or they're gonna actually make that another starting point for the Batman franchise. But we'll see. I mean, because it seems like a good, has
I
good
think
potential.
one Joker movie that's going to be with the dude Jared what's the name, Leto, right?
Leto, yeah.
He's going to be the Joker, and that's gonna be connected probably to.
Are
It's
they
gonna
still
be part of
making that one?
Suicide Squad too. I mean,
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's gonna be two things. Two things we get. But the single one here is gonna be like a indie. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not an indie film, but it's more like a personal journey,
Yeah.
basically, of the Joker and his
because
mind.
James Gunn is writing Suicide Squad too.
Mm-hmm.
And that sounds good already. So
Well,
let's
prepare
hope for
for
the
tons of jokes and soundtracks because Guardians
yeah.
2 is full of that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like 2 that much because he just put too much of that. And I mean, the first one was perfect. I don't know why he just kind of deviated and some more jokey joke soundtrack.
He better keep those other jokes out of the movie too. DC take him out. They're like, what? Goodbye.
Yeah.
All right. Is
cool.
there anything else we want to cover before we exit the show, guys?
Trying to think.
There is one thing I'd like to put at the very end.
Okay.
There's 152 days until E3, guys.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
gosh, 100.
That is 21 weeks and 6 days.
It's a long time, man.
Nah, it's not. It's not a long time.
It's not, but it kind of is. I don't know. It feels like it's a while from now. But
I think
I'm looking forward to
PlayStation
it.
hold that press conference in New York next month, man.
Which press conference?
You know, the PS5, dude. Like in
Going over
2013.
there, PS5. When is it?
You remember 2013? They did the thing in New
They
York in
better
February.
not do that again. I don't think they're gonna do that again. People were saying like, for 2020, no, they were gonna do it at the end of the year, right? At PSX, but that'd be ridiculous. Like,
I don't think so.
I think if they're gonna talk about next gen system, it's gonna be, it may be January next year.
Yeah.
It may be, but we'll see. Microsoft ain't scared. They like it's going. They're already making partnerships. They talking. Look, we out here with AMD. We make we at CES. We making partnerships. It's gonna be interesting. It was a leak already. They got apparently four systems they're making. So we'll see what happens.
I don't know if that's gonna be. They're probably gonna do like stick with 2 and that's it, and then maybe like one streaming thing. Because I feel like the discless thing is a big mistake. It doesn't really make any sense. Just keep selling the S.
That's just they are going to sell the S.
Yeah.
They're going to sell the S, but they're just going to offer that to cut down on prices. That'll be the cheapest one.
It's the same thing as a fucking Fire Stick. It's essentially what it's going to be.
That's what I think, that the next consoles won't sell as this. Either
I'll put it this way: if they
PS5.
can get an Xbox One S down to $100, it easily competes with a Fire Stick, and plays games.
I mean, it does, but if you close off the,
Streaming.
yeah, I mean, it does. But if you close off the disk drive, that you're closing off like a market basically, like Blu-rays, DVDs.
I mean, I get what you're saying,
physical.
but you still are getting it down to a point where people that are looking at Fire Sticks are going, "Hey, I can actually get a video game console and play with my friends."
No.
It's really
And
cheap.
they get Game
what you
Pass.
get,
Yeah, that would
Well,
be.
it
Maybe
sounds
that's
like-
their plan.
It sounds like the plan. The plan is to have Anaconda, which is going to be the big shot, and then probably cost a little more money than what PS5 is offering, and then they'll have the arcade one, which will be, similar to X but better CPU, and I think that's where they're going. And then the streaming console is a bit of a question mark right now. They're still kind of up in the air if they're going to do
Watch,
it.
that's going to be the system that sells the most. It's going to be like a reaction to like Game Pass. Like they thought, like Game Pass was going to come out and people won't be buying the games, and they noticed people got the subscription service and then they started buying the game. So I think that's probably going to happen with that new streaming console.
I think they're going to tie in the xCloud into the Game Pass.
Oh man, yeah, that'll be that'll be the smartest thing next gen.
If they do that and they maybe charge $10.99, I don't know, what is it, $9.99 or
Yeah, I think it's 10. Yeah.
if they if they could do that without really raising the price on anything, that'd be huge, because that would basically get me to always be a Game Pass owner. It's as essential to me at that point as,
Yeah, especially if it links to your phone and every other device.
Yeah,
Like,
forget it.
yeah.
Yeah, they still have two things to settle. Sorry for interrupting. They have the free to play thing that you had to pay for it with Live, that they had to take that out, and the Xbox Live included with Game Pass if you have Game Pass. That's way because Sony doesn't do that. They don't charge you extra for using Live for their streaming service or whatever they're using the PS. What is it called? Its name escapes me.
PlayStation Now or whatever.
Now, yeah, PlayStation Now, yeah. So they have to like for 2019, Xbox definitely I think has to get those two weights off their neck. And I mean, and for also they're gonna have to really sell because 2019 is also like kind of a weird middle year between 2020 and 2018. So they have to really turn the corner and really try to sell what they're going to launch with. I mean, I know they're gonna be close to 2020 when they do that stuff, but it's gonna be a real challenge to sell their consoles next gen because they have not only the reputation to live up to, like for because they're kind of in a iffy situation right now. And they didn't have PC to compete with before, like because they had their. There's people always say like, "Oh, why do I need an Xbox without a PC?" But so they're gonna have to fight that perception with like really great games, a good lineup for launch, and like just really convince people like to buy into their platform again because they're kind of in an uphill battle. They're doing better now, but
Yeah, but I mean, we also know there's more acquisitions underway too, so
Mhm.
they're definitely gonna have a lineup for sure.
Listen, they're getting that that Infinity Gauntlet out there. They just keep adding to. It's more damn stones on that thing. And it's gonna keep piling up.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for the show. I appreciate everybody for tuning in this week. Please write us in at letters at xboxuncut.com and tell us your feedback. Yeah. Let us know who's going to get bought out by Microsoft next. But
They
until
burned me
then,
out, bro.
we'll see you next week at 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace out.
Haters.
Yeah.
Thanks for everybody that tuned in live. We appreciate it. We'll see y'all later.